Illusion. Welcome back to Elyse Navidad. We have another fun catalog video for today. And it's a little bit more specialized. My dear friend Heather was kind enough to trade me a whole stack of vintage American Girl catalogs. And in them was the 1995 holiday catalog. And I figured, what better to break these in than by going over the one that this would have been the catalog where I first started getting dolls out of. It's really interesting to see what was available, what was not available. So we're going to take this to the table. So what we have here, and I know this is a little different. This is the 1995 holiday Pleasant Company catalog. So this is right when I probably started collecting American Girl dolls. Because let's see, 95, I was in like 4th grade, 5th grade, something like that. Yeah, holiday 95 into 96, I would have been in 5th grade. So I would have been reading the books and probably would have just gotten the dolls. I had 2 as a kid. I had the Girl of Today and I had Samantha. I've discussed this in other videos, but I used to get the catalog all the time, and this is very much super nostalgic for me. So I'm going to go through and see what we can see. Obviously, American Girl is no longer owned by Pleasant Company. It was sold to Mattel. There's probably a good reason for that. So we're going to flip through, and it looks like we're going to start out with what is colloquially known as the historical collection, referred to here as the American Girls collection. And at the time, there were only 5 historical girls. We had Felicity, Kirsten, Addy, Samantha, and Molly. And it kind of goes chronologically, so we're going to start with Felicity. And I liked Felicity. I read a few of her books. I remember being really confused that her money was just like a wedge. It looked like pie. But this is the actual size of the doll. This is 18 inches from toe to tip here. The doll and the book for paperback were $82. If you got a hardcover book, it was $88. Honestly, pretty reasonable. Expensive, but reasonable, I suppose. So we're going to flip through and just kind of see, because what used to happen, if you are not a long-time collector, is each doll used to come with 6 books. Or each doll used to have 6 books in their series. And each book would have a different outfit and collection with it. So this is a school outfit, Felicity's holiday story, her Christmas story. Like, I always loved that beautiful, beautiful blue. One of the things they used to do was they used to have these like Shrewsbury Cakes kit. This was like an actual recipe that you could actually make as a human. Felicity's birthday stories, when she had the big spread, her table and chairs, the guitar, I think it looks more like a lute. The sampler was one that you could actually stitch yourself. Accessory kits are historically accurate reproductions appropriate for children 8 and over. That's when she had the lamb. Then we had the summer story, but then the winter story was only the cloak. Like, you couldn't actually get, that's her Christmas dress in there. Felicity Saves the Day, she's riding a horse. Then, okay. Yeah, so she had the work gown and then the riding habit. Karen had the riding habit and hat, and that was such a beautiful outfit, but we never had Felicity, so it felt anachronistic to me to put another doll in that outfit. Next up, we have Kirsten Larson. I do have some friends that pronounce it Kirsten. That's fine. It's always been Kirsten around here. So, she had the spoon. I didn't really know much about Kirsten, even though she was probably the one that I would have been, like, most directly related to. We're direct descendants of the Larsons. No. But school story, she had, like, her log table there. It's a log table. What do you expect me to say? The Christmas story, the Santa...
In Animal Crossing, it's a log table.
The Santa Lucia outfit for her Christmas story was one that I always thought was super pretty. And I was very interested in the whole concept of, like, Santa Lucia, but we're not that kind of religious, so it didn't really... Kirsten's birthday story, I do not know how they let this doll's hair get that buck wild. Like, oh my god, get some braid spray on that thing. Holy potatoes. Also, the cat looks like it's seen forever. It is terrible. Apparently one of the party treats was a quilting kit, and that sounds like a bad idea because who wants to be 8 years old and quilting? Not me. Her summer outfit I always really liked. I thought that was really cool. I thought that she had like the fishing pole and like the little freaking grasshoppers that you could use for bait. And her winter outfit, like this, you could tell that this is a later doll because there is some blushing on it, and a lot of the early dolls had like no face ups and they look a little creepy. But I loved her winter outfit. So pretty. And then she's got the dirndl and kerchief and the work dress. Again, get some braid spray on that doll. She's got flyaways for days. Just a really, really, that light blue is so nostalgic for my childhood in her, like, her trunk and her bed and her nightstand. It is such a color combination that I associate with, like, my parents' house. It's so weird to describe. I don't know. Next, Addy. Oh, my girl. I love Addy. I was so excited to get an Addy as an adult, and she is in immaculate condition from a childhood collector who loved her to death. And she has all of her accessories, and she's the best. I love Addy. Addy's book changed my life, and I am not even lying. Her school outfit is perfect. Her holiday outfit is perfect. Do not put these outfits on white dolls. I will be mad at you. I love like the little pinafore and apron that you can like needle point for her. Her birthday outfit, so sweet. Look at the little like the 4th of July Addy's summer story. I love the little produce. Look at the little produce, you guys. Look at that. Look at the little carrots, little cabbages, and a little spool dog. So cute. Her winter coat is lovely and very, very fitting for a Philadelphia winter. Oh, the Emancipation Celebration dress is so cute, and her work dress. I guess they all had work dresses, but we never had one for any of the dolls. Also, Addy's trunk is so nice. Like, I kind of wish I'd had one of the, like, official trunks to put stuff in, because then I might not have sold it. Next, Samantha. I had Samantha. I am ambivalent to Samantha. She's fine, I guess. I had that outfit. I didn't have the gingerbread house. I did not have the birthday outfit. It's fine, I guess. I'm vaguely resentful because I didn't want Samantha. I wanted Molly or freaking Addy, but my mom was like, no, you're gonna get Samantha because Victorian. And I'm like, okay, I guess. I will say the winter cloak is really pretty with the muff and the big foofy hat. It's pretty.
I always wanted that.
You had the tea dress. Karen had the tea dress.
Pink and white?
Yeah. I think that's actually on your doll right now.
It is.
It's a lovely one. I did not have that one. Next, Molly McIntire. I loved Molly, and I never had her, and I still don't actually. Funny thing about that. But I remember reading her books, and I really liked it because I was like, I don't want to say I was into World War II, but I understood it better, I guess. Also, like the Fantasia flip book, her nurse doll. Yeah, like the stuff that she had in her life was more familiar because it just...
Grandmother.
Yeah. We had relatives that were more directly connected to that. Her birthday outfit is ugly. It is really ugly. It's so ugly. Her summer camp outfit is fine. Again, it's fine. It's like the red and white outfit. Yeah, no, it's not the tennis outfit. It's interesting because this is like set up what summer camp was to me as a kid, even though that was like years past. And I love her little raincoat. I think the raincoat is super cute, super well done. There's also the Miss Victory costume, which, again, very cute. I actually have a lot of these. I had the pajamas and the robe. I have the after school outfit. I had the Halloween hula costume, which, we don't talk about that one now, but I loved her little fuzzy slippers. I wanted Molly, did not get Molly. Oh, and then the outfits for kids. This was something that I never would have gotten. Like, they would not have bought any of these things for me, as evidenced by the fact that I don't have any of them. The prairie boots probably would have been pretty cool. Same with the high button boots. That girl, she is so proud to be in Samantha's Christmas dress. Like, dang. Okay. Then, oh, Molly's clothes. You could get her little raincoat. That would have been great. Walking to the bus stop with a cool-ass raincoat like that? Man. The craft kits. You do, like, Samantha's sampler, but who actually wants to do any of these things? I mean, maybe knitting. Knitting could be, like, fun. I don't know. None of these things ever were appealed to me, and I understand why they existed, but it was not the kind of crafting that I wanted to do as a kid. American Girl's Pastimes. Oh, I remember these. We had one of the cookbooks. I don't remember whose, but I remember we had one of the cookbooks, and I remember seeing a bunch of these and thinking they were really, really neat, but we never actually had more of them. Okay, next up we are on to American Girl Magazine and American Girl, Girl of Today. Now this, we definitely got. This magazine ruled. It used to come with your own, there was like a paper doll of a reader, and I remember being really annoyed because one girl wrote in that she was related to like somebody from the 1520s. I'm like, if you can trace your lineage back to somebody from the 1520s, why are you in American Girl magazine? I don't know. All right, Girl of Today. This is the exact outfit that my girl came with. I remember. Did we have the hat? We did not have the hat.
Cap?
No. It was the Girl of Today accessories. I don't think we had
like a purple beret?
No, it was like a blossom hat.
Oh,
No, so we didn't have the accessories. We just had the doll. Let's see. I had GT12 and Karen had GT20, right? Light skin, blonde hair, hazel eyes. Because we had to be blonde. Had to be blonde.
Yeah,
I've never been
like
blonde a day in my life. That's actually a lie.
This is my hair color, by the way.
I used to have blonde hair, but it was super dyed and super fake. All right. Okay. We had this. We had totally had this. We had the baseball hat with the varsity jacket, and we had that outfit, the blue jean basics, because I still use the Converse, the fake Converse.
Oh yeah, we had those.
Yeah, those were great. Did not have 4. I love 4. She's so sweet. Did not have that sleep outfit. That was a little weird. I don't know. Karen had the ballet outfit. This one, the ballet costume, the Sugar Plum Fairy, definitely had that one. Because I remember stepping on that tiara years later. And that was it. Those are all the outfits you could get for the Girl of Today the first year it came out. That was it. The end. But then they had like the Slumber Party kit, which I always was really enamored by the concept of American Girl popcorn. Also those hairbrushes super sucked. Did not like those. Miss A.G. Bear is something that is like a super novelty right now, but I think they're really cute. Oh, and then we had the Grin Pin. There's the Grin Pins. I actually own the Grin Pin banner right now. It came to me from like a big lot that I bought out once. And I have some Grin Pins, but I never had them as a kid and I always wanted them. Oh wow, they sold like a magazine holder for the AG magazine. The books. We definitely had a copy of Games and Giggles. And I think we had Help. The absolutely indispensable guide to life for girls. It was genuinely, there was some really genuinely good advice in this, and I'm glad that they've been able to adapt them for a more modern audience as well. Bitty Baby! Why? Bitty Baby's fine, I guess. I remember being really excited to look at all the different Bitty Bear costumes, but I didn't care about Bitty Baby. I was, like, way old. I had no need for a baby doll at this point in time. But, like, I just loved the illustrations of Bitty Bear and the little board books. So cute. So cute. Bitty Bear's bedtime, Bitty Bear's birthday, and that is it for the American Girl catalog. I did have that calendar, though. The 1996 calendar. Yep, had that. Came with postcards. I still got the postcards. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for today's video. If you thought that was pretty interesting, let me know. Like I said, I've got probably
maybe 12 years worth of these catalogs, and I'd be more than happy to go over a couple more. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you are interested in supporting the channel a bit more, I do have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/ElyseExplosion. I do behind the scenes stuff. I do some general recaps, maybe ask the audience for ideas and bounce some things off of people. It's a good time. Check it out. Jingle the little bell, because if you want to stay in the know, the bell's the way to go. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Later!